yours. Walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news. No channel to use. Cruise control mentalities. Here we offer you. We gon' show you on your way. The content, it never stays. More positive and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. There's zero for fake. Hydration like Boucher.
Wow. I am super excited to be back. What's up, everyone? Welcome to SCOPEMAS. It is SCOPEMAS. We are doing a full week of MediaScope. And in case you don't know what MediaScope is, allow me to let you know. MediaScope is all things media, tech, and pop culture. We are here usually on Fridays at 8 p.m., but because it is SCOPEMAS week, we are, and it looks like we're having some trouble going live to some places. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that when we get our guest on. But, you know, this is the amazing thing that I had somebody who said yes to coming on last minute because we're trying to have a full week of fantastic programming for you all week. That's right, SCOPEMAS. So if you don't know where I kind of got this from, Vlogmas is what vloggers do. If you've ever watched YouTube, you'll see they're doing Vlogmas. So they're doing a lot more programming than they would normally. But guess what? I don't vlog. A day in my life is probably pretty ordinary. So there's no reason for you to see that. But I do MediaScope. So we're doing SCOPEMAS, where we're doing a full week of MediaScope. And who knows, maybe next week we'll do some too. I'll see how I feel. Let's see who we have here. Bryson is here already. And he says, what's up? Oh, why can't we see the, you know what? Is it behind the thing? I don't know why we can't see you're on the vertical. Oh, I see. There we go. The vertical live stream. What's up? If you're watching on the vertical live stream, we've got two streams going. So take your choice. You could do the wide screen or you could do the vertical. So take your choice. It's all the same information. It's all in fun. Tanya Moore is here too. Hello. And she says, good evening, fam. It is fantastic for you. Also, D. Carpio has joined us for SCOPEMAS. Can you tell I'm excited that it is SCOPEMAS? So excited, in fact, that I have to light the tree for you. And I'm wearing ears. You can't see that this is red. And then it's changing color. You can't forget it, but it's changing colors just for you all. I'll take my word for it. So yay. I'm so happy that you all are here. Welcome to you. And we have a lot more people that will be coming in. But it looks like we're live every place except for Facebook, the Indie Soup Facebook, and on the Indie Soup Twitch. Okay, Indie Soup, what's going on? I'll fix that. But what we have to do now is I'm going to bring our guest of honor to the stage for SCOPEMAS. This is really informal. We're just going to have fun. I think his name is Ron Foster. Ron Foster, are you here?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
There he goes, our very own Ron Foster. Ron, you know what? Why don't you introduce yourself for people who don't know? Let folks know who you is in vernacular.
I is a photographer from New York City, and here in I live outside of New York City these days, but I am a photographer from New York City, a photojournalist, and just getting out there to take pictures of landscapes, people, corporate events. That's what I do. And yeah, so that's who I am. I'm a published photographer, so I like to just throw that one in. Yeah, a couple of periodicals, and so that's been really good over the years to be able to do magazines and have some of my work in those magazines. It's always a great thing.
Good deal. All right. Fantastic. So, Ron, last night we had an amazing, and make sure you if you have questions for Ron, I'm going to be going through some questions with photography, with interior design, which he's also doing, with this touch base daily thing that he does that we're all a part of. And we did something last night that was so much fun, and I'll let him tell you all about it as soon as we get some comments in. Hey, Rafael is here. Rafael Santos, welcome. He says, hi, I just arrived. We're happy to have you, Rafael. Thank you for being here.
Yes, welcome, Rafael.
Yes. D says, Hello, Ron. I know you.
I
I
know
know
you
you,
too. I
darling.
know you too, Miss D.
And the Queen of Food Truckery and Minister of Libation, who is the proprietor of the MediaScope food truck, has come in
The
and she
food
says,
truck.
hello, everyone. Hello. And guess what? In the new year, I'm going to have to get some more food truckery. I
Yeah,
like an actual food truck with video. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
something that moves with a little truck coming across the screen.
Yes, exactly. And now you know, so you know I'm taking an AI film class.
Oh,
That's my thing. So I could do that. I could do
yes,
it.
you can. You did a great job yesterday. I was like,
Well, thank you.
whoa.
Thank you. I'm
Mm.
like, let me put my newfound skills to the test. So, and is your name Amiru? Amiru Hakim? Welcome. Thank
Yes,
you so
that's
much for being
nice.
here. I love that name. That's
Hmm.
beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful. Oh, and guess what? We're going to have tacos all week because it is Taco Monday. Divine
Oh,
Right says, Happy
Monday.
Taco Monday. We're here all week. So
I
for
love a
once, we're here on
tacos.
a
I
Monday.
love tacos.
So do I. And every
Oof.
time she talks about taco and the day, I'm more and more intrigued in getting them for dinner. There's actually a
Mm.
taco. I'm surrounded by taquerias. I'm surrounded by food
Ooh.
because I live a mile from the beach. So, you know, the closer you get to the beach, the more food stuff you have around. So, you know, it's a wonder I can walk. But, you know, our good friend Stephen Kaplan is here. He says, hey to me and the one and only Ron Foster, aka the Nomad himself, my dude.
There you go. Somebody knows who I am. Say, Stephen. The nomad. I love it.
Fantastic. Wow.
That's my
Anyway, we are going to get that down and we're going to start to talk. So, Ron, let's talk first about Touch Base Daily. Last night, guys, we had an amazing time because we
oh,
surprised Ron.
yes, you
we,
did.
we
Y'all surprised
surprised
me.
Ron. Ron, tell us a little bit about this new journey that you're about to go on and what you're going to do, and then we'll come back to how that figured into last night. Go ahead.
So, as well, last year, obviously the election didn't go our way. So I said, well, it is time to get out of the United States. So, but it was always a plan to leave the United States, and I should say live in dually in two countries as I turned 60. And so since I've already turned 60, I said it is time to make that adjustment, make that change to be able to support traveling. So what I ended up doing was selling my apartment, putting money away, and also paying off everything, paying off my debt, paying off bills, paying off everything to be free, to gain freedom. And but also I was like, you need to think about what's happening here in this country. And I really believe that we as American citizens need to be thinking about what's going on outside of the country. So we should be thinking about either having it as a secondary place to live. And so that was the beginning stages, and that was supposed to happen over time. But when Trump was elected, I should say the Orange Man, that accelerated my timeline. And
Mm.
so my timeline had to be moved up because the economy I knew was not going to do too good, that I would lose wealth by holding on to my apartment because all the eggs were in one basket. So now they're all over the place and now being distributed. So you need to always make sure that financially that you have diversity. And I needed to achieve that. So I ended up selling my apartment. And then I realized I was going to be seeing all of my friends. I was going to spend time, and still am, going to spend time with my friends from around the country, around the world, and to develop relationships that I haven't seen in a long time. These are my friends. And I just wanted to be with them. You especially also that early this year, I had a cancer scare. So I'm
Yeah.
a cancer survivor. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna have this wonderful body forever. So, so I said, let me use it, get out there, meet my friends, spend time with them, do trips, connect with family, and then also get back out there in the world and photograph, because that's what I love to do. I love to be in different countries. I am a global citizen.
Mm.
Yes, I live in America, but I've always considered myself, even before they used the term, and now you have the global citizen events and stuff, but I've always been a global citizen even before they started that. And I believe that we are all better together, and I believe that diversity is something that we all win, to have diversity and to
Amen.
travel and to be a part. So I love going to different places, and so we did it. And now I'm a nomad photographer. So not just in the Ron Lewis photos, which is my my original photography name, but now I decided to change one of my Instagram pages on to a nomadic photographer, which gives me the ability to just share wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, and include my audience with it and take them with me.
I love it. So do you think, I know you said the current climate, especially financially, was not going to be advantageous for you to hold on to your apartment, but I was like, damn it, I wish he could hold on to that apartment because
Yes.
that New York State real estate,
Ooh.
that was prime beef.
Prime
It
beef.
really
And I lived in a
prime
great
beef.
I lived in a great neighborhood too. One of the best neighborhoods in America.
And the view, my
Yes.
God, today. I mean, everybody was so jealous of that view, but you're gonna have even better views in Namibia, okay?
Yes,
So
Namibia, South
yes,
Africa,
yes.
Botswana, Zimbabwe. I plan to go to some new places. I'm also studying French right now. I
Oh,
know some
parlez-vous
people say
français?
people say they're probably laughing at me when I say it here in the house. Hint, hint.
Yeah, bonjour. Well, you know who
Bonjour.
speaks French fluently?
Who?
Stephen Kaplan.
Oh,
And
does he?
he's fluently. And he says this, amen to no debt or as little as possible and being free. Travel is where it's at. Experiences over things and stuff. Living with purpose and passion. I love your perspective. Here's to being a global citizen. Well, it's as good a time as any
There we
to
go.
cheers. Here we
There we
go.
go.
And this is for
Cheers.
you, Ron Foster, and your new adventures in Afrique,
Yes.
in Kabulan, the original name.
Yeah,
Salute,
say it.
Ron. There we
Salute.
go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. Listen, look who's here. David Eccles,
Hey.
one of my favorite bison of all time. How are you? Welcome to SCOPEMAS. Folks, if you don't know what we're doing and why I'm here on a Monday, allow me to introduce myself to you. Let me bring myself forward so that I can do this properly. Here we go. And then we'll introduce our special guest. So, my name is this me? Yeah. My name is Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. This is MediaScope. We talk about all things media, tech, and pop culture. For you all on the vertical stream, I'm sorry it looks funny when I do this. It cuts half of me off, so I apologize for that. We are here usually on Fridays, but this week, SCOPEMAS week, we're here all week, every day. We may not be here for an hour, but we will be here every day. And guess what? If you are on YouTube, I would love it if you liked and subscribed. So much fun. We do a lot of great things. In addition to MediaScope, I do a video series called Be More, teaching you about being better with your videos and live streams. And Stephen Kaplan has actually been on Be More before a few years ago, probably like 3. So it's great to have you. And our guest of the hour is Ron Foster. He's the host of Touch Base Daily, but he is also a photographer. Can you sit still? He's also
I was like looking through the gap.
okay. Go ahead, look through the gap, sir. He's
vertical.
also a photographer extraordinaire and an interior designer and a whole bunch of and just an overall fantastic person. So I'm so happy that he said yes and came on. And if you have any questions about photography, about hosting your own show, about interior design, that's why he's here. So make sure that you ask any questions. And we've got some thingies on the stage. Here we go. Let's see. So thank you, my favorite Delta. Thank you. SCOPEMAS. It is SCOPEMAS indeed.
SCOPEMAS.
Yes, SCOPEMAS. And Divine Right is greeting our friend. And oh, D says yes, a really good photographer. Oh my gosh, I'm just in awe of your work,
Thank
Ron.
you.
And let's see, the gap is hilarious. When you put the two of us together, you never know what you're
Yes,
going to
there we
get.
go. We got the gap. In
So,
Africa, it's considered royalty.
what? Who is?
Gaps, the gaps.
Oh, sorry. That's right. That's true. I don't have
Those
one.
with
Look,
gaps.
Ron is more African looking than I am. They would say that he's Nigerian over me. So,
When I'm in Nigeria, they say, "You're like us, Nigerian. However, don't speak."
you look
You're
like us, don't
Nigerian till
say
you speak.
anything. You just have to remember. I told you, if you just say you're fine.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's fine. Just use exclamations and you'll be fine.
Yes, it's those little
Exactly.
ones.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. So we are having a great time today. And I want to go back to you're talking about part of the reason you were leaving is the financial situation here in the US. But also, you mentioned that, thank God that you are not just a survivor, but you are a thriver of cancer. Was that really the main impetus to say, you know what, I need to do this now?
It was truly after having, first of all, roaming around the planet and didn't even know I had it, but I just did again. I am now a billboard for making sure that you get your colonoscopies done and on schedule. Get your scheduled colonoscopy. It is so important, especially because colon cancer is a slow growing cancer, and you can survive colon cancer if in the early stages. So, but yeah, so they just did my routine colonoscopy, and they saw something that was an anomaly. I had a really good doctor that was like, didn't just say, "Oh, you know what, come back and we'll see how that goes." Nope, he was like, "No, we're going to take care of this immediately." And then when they took it out, then they found out it was cancer. They didn't, and as a matter of fact, when when they did the biopsy, it came back negative. So I
Wow.
would have been, so I would have been like walking around even after the colonoscopy, but my doctor was very proactive, saw what was happening, and he said, and then once they saw that was a tumor, it was about 2 inches, 2 inch tumor. But once I survived that surgery, which that surgery was, whew, I mean, the day after recovery, 2 days after is like the worst of it all. But other than that, it's not bad. But I will say, once you realize that your life can end very shortly, like, we all know that life is like the breeze. It's here and it's gone. But I realized, look, you got to live your best life. And I also been we who listen to music, and we love some of the folks in the hip hop world, and over the last 5 years, the music industry, I have family members that are in the music industry, and but when you see how many people in their 40s and 50s that are no longer with us, and that have moved, have gone and crossed over in the last 5 years, and I say, well, you know what? They're younger than me. Let me live my best life now. And also the calculation was that I was going to buy my apartment. And my apartment, I bought it for retirement. So, and I had no idea that the plan was going to work, but it did. And 30 years later, I lived in my apartment 29.6 years, and I decided to sell it on time. It was scheduled to be sold in 30 years, and I did it. And it feels good. It feels good. I was telling my friends, my buddy, I was in Puerto Rico a couple of weeks ago, and I looked
Oh,
at my buddy,
look at this
and
one.
I
Traveling
was
here and there.
just hanging out on the side, and then walking the beach, and I looked at my buddy and said to him, I said, this is the first time in my life that I am debt free, because when you're in high school and you go to college, for most of us, we had to immediately take student loans to go to college. So as soon as you get out of high school, you have debt. And then if you are lucky enough to have credit cards, and you got credit card debt. So then you got credit card debt, and you have, you know, you have your college debt. But
Yeah.
then if you're successful and you work enough and you do the right thing, I consider it the right thing is to invest in real estate, then you have a mortgage debt. So immediately out the gate, I came out with debt from high school. So high school, no debt. College, debt. And been in debt ever since. Because you're paying off your but they're good debts. You know, so there's good debt and bad debt. But nonetheless, the debt is debt. And
That is that.
yeah, and this is the first time in my life that there's no debt. And it's a the emotions that run through is I was yesterday, we had snowfall here in Jersey where I'm staying, and I was walking. It was this beautiful golf course, and it was covered in snow, and the geese were out, and the birds were
Mm.
chirping, and it was beautiful out in the snow. And I just paused in the middle of the snow and just said, God, I am so thankful.
Mm.
Because it was like this moment of reality.
Mm.
I don't have debt. And it's a beautiful thing. I can't explain. I mean, other than it's like, I'm literally making money along the way now. And, but there's no debt. Only what I create. And by the end of the month, I pay it off. So it's like, okay, yeah. So it's the first time in my life, and it feels so liberating, and the freedom. And I will tell you, like I said yesterday, I just had a moment of gratitude that swept over me. And all I did was
Mm.
I just walked through the snow, and I was saying, thank you, thank you. Because that's how I roll. You just take a moment and you have to say, God, thank you. Now I know everyone has their, some people believe in God, some people don't. I believe in the higher power, as they say. I believe in the universe. You put things in the universe, which I believe that God controls the universe. And when you plan efficiently, and you get a vision about doing certain things, that didn't come from you. That came from somewhere divine, I do believe. Yes,
Yeah.
our ability to see the future as in intrinsically, and to look at and analyze. But at the end of the day, like, who would have known that 30 years ago that America would be going through what it is today, and that I
Sheesh.
would sell my apartment to escape, run to the hills. And but also really it was an alignment to just be in a place. Property values were good here in New York City. Sell it while it is, and then also being able to set up for the rainy days that are coming, that I do believe are coming in this country. But you have to be ready, you have to be prepared. So
It's already started raining.
yeah,
But
it's
let's be
already.
clear, it's
Yep.
already started raining. And I think it's really important, the thing you said about real estate. If one can, this is not financial advice, but if one can, that's definitely something to look at, because one thing that happened with you is you bought it back in the day and you stayed there, and it sold for so much more than what your initial investment was.
Yeah,
And that's what real estate is. It's a long game. Of course,
long
there are
game.
people who flip and then, but honestly, for most people, it's going to be a long game.
It's a long game. 30
Yeah,
years.
30
30
years,
years.
30
Took me
years.
30 years to pay off my student loan.
That's
And
okay. It's
it
paid
took
off.
me 30. I'm not forgetting. Had just turned 50, I think it was. And I had just paid off my student loan. That was like the biggest. I mean, that was like, wow, no more student loans. And I was like, I cannot believe I am free. That felt good. But this, where I am today, feels 1,000 times better than that student loan being paid off.
Amen. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Well, let's take some comments. And I know that we have some more people that have come in here. And I agree with you. The financial situation in the US right now is ghetto. You're absolutely right, Divine Right. And we have the Blessed MBA. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here.
Mimi, that is our Mimi. That's our
Yes,
Mimi. Mimi
yes.
Hinton.
How are you? How are you? Okay. And Stefan says, Mon ami Ron Foster, I will practice French with you. I was in Paris and in Geneva twice this past year. I speak no English when there. I was in a French school for my entire childhood, thanks to my mom. That's
Nice.
exactly why he's super fluent.
We will talk, Steph. We will talk.
Yes, 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 yes. And Blessed MBA says, thank God that you are cancer free. And David says, congratulations, Mr. Foster, on your recovery. On your recovery. Let's see. Also, Divine Right says, I had to fire my GI doctor and trying to go back to my old one. Getting insurance worked out. You have to find a trusting doctor. Yeah, and when you can trust. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's see. And Stefan says, yes, get screened for colon cancer. Don't wait. We must be ultra proactive with our health. We only have this one life.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, the thing is, it's like we all say that but it's really difficult for some people. Aside from the fact of people not going to the doctor, there's also in many communities a mistrust of the medical profession.
True.
And then there's also the thing of I can't really pay for it, because if you're very poor, you're probably going to be able to pay for some of it, but it doesn't mean you're going to get the best care. Because of programs. If you're wealthy, you can plunk down money for it. The people in the middle, it's more difficult because there are lots of people in the middle that don't have health insurance. And so you have to pay for these things out of your pocket, which is out of sight for most people.
Very true.
So the US might not be a place for you. I mean, these are the things you have to think about.
True.
Sometimes quality of life requires you relocate.
Well, one of my friends, he's Nigerian, and he lives in Namibia now. And he was in Namibia. His first year there, he got sick, and so he has sciatic nerve damage, and so he was having lots of difficulties and stuff. So he went to the doctor, and the doctors they did X-rays, they did, I think, an MRI. They did a bunch of tests and everything. And so he was like, he was terrified, because he was like, how much is it going to cost? And when they came back with the bill, I think the bill was something like $300, $400.
Wow.
And he was like, well, he says, yo, if I was in the United States, everything that I had done would have cost like $20,000.
It would have bankrupted something.
Exactly. He said all that because our insurances are linked to this, and then it's a gimmick. The whole system is a gimmick, and he was so shocked that the bill was so small, and he was like, wow, what a difference of living here and not living in America. And so and this is one of the major decisions also that I decided to live in Namibia. I have friends there, and but the medical system is good, and but what I look at as I age and the things I'm doing, and I like to travel and I like to be a place. I mean, the cost of living is so much cheaper. And now that I'm moving into my Social Security days, it will stretch a whole lot longer in Namibia than me living here in America. So another reason. But I'll be between two countries, because also you can't make the money that you would like to make outside of America. So America gives you the great salaries, but it
all goes in taxes and withers away. So
so it's like a trade-off. But I'd rather be here to do my projects here, and then live half the year in Namibia and in South Africa. So these are some of the places I really love and adore, because the people are so beautiful.
Yeah. Africans are amazing people. I just have to say that. Let's take some more comments, and let's see. The blessed one agrees, yes, that the financial situation is ghetto here. Let's go
Yes.
back a little bit. And David says, I was in Puerto Rico a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Me.
really?
No.
I
He's
wish we
saying
would have
you.
known each other. We would have
No,
hung
he's
out.
saying you're saying that, and he's saying, like the envy. That's what he's saying.
Puerto Rico is. Can I just say a moment about Puerto Rico? And I say this
Absolutely.
all the time. Puerto Rico is treated like a stepchild, and it is one of the best places America has as a territory. It is beautiful. The people are beautiful. The food is delicious. There's so much to. I mean, and I ran into a lot of people like myself. In this, I don't know how. I mean, like I said, the universe makes it happen.
Yeah.
And I ran into several people that sold their homes, that lived in Brooklyn or lived in another city, and they made their home in Puerto Rico. They live now in Puerto Rico. Not that the cost of living is so much cheaper. I mean, in some cases it is, but you have living in Puerto Rico is like, or being in Puerto Rico is like being in another country, in so many ways, but yet you're still in America. And so you
Technically,
kind
it
of like,
should be another country, but
yes,
that's another.
it's a beautiful place. And when you walk the streets like Old San Juan, and you're like, this could be anywhere in Spain. This could be anywhere outside of Madrid. It could be Salamanca. It could be any of these places. I said there, I told my buddy, Dwight, I said, Dwight, you know what? If this country really invested in Puerto Rico, it would be an amazing moneymaker for the country itself, because it's so the beaches were out of this world. And man, Puerto Rico is a great place. And if you like say, I need to go on a like quick trip and still feel like you're in America, feel like you're in another country, but in America, you are in America, it's the best place. It's the best.
Question: did you take any photos? Because I don't recall seeing photos from.
Oh yes, I took
Where are
photos.
they?
Oh, I posted some of them. Y'all, you missed them. You missed them.
Wait, did you posted them where?
I posted on my Instagram.
Okay, so I'm going to pull up your Instagram because I am very interested in seeing all of these
Yes,
as
I
we're talking.
posted.
I will pull
Yes.
them up. Let's take some more questions.
Also
Let's
when I was
see.
there, I took pictures. The way, if you look, you'll see the horses of Vieques.
Okay, so I will go and look that
Yes.
up. And let's see. Stefan is thankful that you're doing well. And yes, credit card debt. Are you saying you're in bad credit card debt? I hope not. But if so, we're sending positive energy for that to be gone in Jesus' name.
Get rid of the debt. Get rid of it.
Yes.
If you can.
If you can. And then let's see. Amen to thankfulness, says Divine Right. And D Carpio says amen. And David says it's so great to hear. Thank you for sharing, Ron. And look who else was there. Let's see. Yes, I was out early in that beautiful snowfall as well, and always give thanks for life when out in nature. I lost a number of dear friends in the last 3 to 5 years, and I've had a whole new perspective and outlook on life. Gratitude for sure.
Yes.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yes, as we used to do it in the poetry bars.
Yes.
Remember those back
I
in the
can't
day?
really snap well, but pretend I am.
Back in the day.
Pretend I am. Yes. Divine Right knows all about that.
Yes.
She's an amazing poet. And on her show that finished at 5:30 on Indie Soup, she read a number of poems. If you can, go back and catch that.
Her replays are so
the
good.
replay. Yes. Please go back and watch the replay. She read a number of her poems, and it was such a special episode. So please do. And by the way, speaking of special episodes, this is the last week of Indie Soup until March. So we will be going on hiatus. It's our sabbatical time. So on Friday is the last broadcast day. Then we will go on hiatus, but still look on our YouTubes, etc. We will be posting things like shorts, etc. Also, I will do a special. Last year, remember, guys, I did a special with Gwendolyn, and she made cocktails and mocktails. We're doing that again. So we're going to do that in January, and it's going to be a
Okay.
lot of fun. So you can look for that on Indie Soup as well. But other than that, we will be dark until March. And if I don't mind saying myself, I need the break because I
You
am
need it.
tired.
You've
I
been
am tired.
working your tail off this year. I mean,
I
you
am
work.
tired.
You
I think
work.
we all sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I say you work. That's it. You work.
If nothing else, I work. I work. Stefan says this is absolutely true. The state of healthcare in this country is abysmal. It's disgusting that so many have to go without healthcare, including dental. And in fact, usually dental is the first thing they think about not solving because
Yes.
it's seen as, oh, okay, well, I don't need to.
It's a
And
luxury.
it's a luxury, but it's really not because your teeth is connected to the rest of your body. If you get an
Yes.
infection in your mouth, you think that can't go through your bloodstream.
Yes.
So one thing I don't play with, teeth.
Teeth. I was
I
having
don't play
this
with teeth.
conversation.
Teeth
The
and skin. I don't play.
dental insurance is horrible in America
Horrible.
because it doesn't take care of all the stuff that you need to have done. But let me tell you, it's you go there, I mean, lots of work to take care of your teeth. And but your teeth,
Yes.
if your teeth are not good, the rest of your body is not good. So
And if it's expensive for you, one thing that you might want to look at is definitely look at some of these universities that have dental schools that have
yes,
clinics.
NYU here in New York. NYU has
NYU,
a great
when I was at
program.
Howard, listen, my teeth were pristine at Howard, not only
Get those,
because I was a student
let
there,
the
but the
students
thing is,
work.
the student, and they do an excellent job. Howard, there were only 2 dental schools at that time in the DMV. Howard was one, and then I think University of Maryland, but of course Howard surpasses. So yeah, look at some dental schools, and see what you can do. It's abysmal that we should need to do this. In fact, Divine Right says, I went into debt and had to wipe out my retirement and savings due to Lyme disease years
Mm,
ago. The health system here is horrific. Yeah, it really is. It really is. And not to put a damper on things, but I
yeah.
think this is why we're also trying to give some insight and alternatives of what you can do. Not that I know a lot. I don't. I'm not a medical
No,
professional.
but we're learning, and when we
We're
learn, we
learning.
share.
We're learning. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Uh oh, D Carpio, I didn't know you were also a Lyme warrior.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know. My one of my cousins
wow.
had Lyme disease, and you don't get healed from it. I mean, you can manage it, right? So I've heard some people have gotten rid of a lot of the severities of it through healthy eating and stuff like that. But Lyme disease is no joke. It is
It's not a
horrible.
joke. I've seen, and this
The
this is
nerve
why I don't
damage.
go in the woods. This is why I don't do those types of things. Hiking in the woods is not for me. Especially in certain areas where they have ticks that have Lyme disease. I'm
Yeah.
not going to
And I'm a hiker,
do it.
and I have to tell you, again, I feel so blessed because I used to hike every weekend, the Catskills, the Adirondacks, the Blue Mountains, the Grand Canyons, Mount Washington. I used to hike all the time. And
Mm,
but I always wore lots of clothing too. So I always made
yes,
sure that I had my hiking socks. They were long. I make sure they were nice and woolly, and make sure my pants were long. I try to not wear too many shorts. People are like, you're hiking in long pants? Yes. And that prevents you from getting Lyme disease from the ticks. And not every tick has Lyme disease.
correct.
You just happen to get the wrong tick, and that one
Exactly.
tick could have Lyme disease. So
Well, it's the same thing with like, okay, for example, malaria. Not
yes,
every mosquito carries malaria.
exactly.
But if you happen to be in an area where that's a thing, yeah, because we have mosquitoes here, they don't have malaria yet. Um,
As climate change, I remember reading they say by 2030, I think it was, we might start seeing malaria mosquitoes because of climate change in
well, and here's
America.
the thing: we also malaria is not fun. Okay, it is
Ooh.
not fun.
Woo! I was in
Um,
Nigeria and one of my friends got malaria, and I was like, oh, and he lives in Nigeria. So I was
Yeah,
like,
and this is the thing. If you live in Nigeria, they kind of treat it like the flu because they're like,
yes,
because you live there, you can't really take the anti-malarial drugs all the time because you need to,
have an
but
immune
that's
system.
how the immune system, but that's actually how sickle cell developed because it was a response to malaria. So that's why you see
Mm.
lots of Africans in these tropical places that have sickle cell. Like I have lots of family members. In fact, I've had family members that died from sickle cell because they don't have
Wow.
the same access to medicine and things that they have here. But it's only by the grace of God because I'm like, okay, this was my first cousin that passed away from sickle cell, which means that my sister and I may have the sickle cell trait and we just don't know.
But yeah, I didn't even
So
know. I didn't know all that. That's really informative.
yeah, well, my father was in public health. One of the things that he dealt a lot with was malaria.
Mm.
So yeah. So enough about me. Let's keep going. Let's see. Stefan said you
It's
posted the
about
photos for
us. It's
PR.
about us, Tachi.
It's, it's that I miss those too, not just you. See, Ronald, it wasn't just me. And I watch your stuff like
Well,
a
you know
hawk.
what? They
I
yeah,
don't know
okay.
how I
They
miss it.
are posted on the reels, and I did probably 2 postings, maybe 2 postings I did. So there are more
He
photos coming.
acted like he had a
But
whole
no, they were long reels with
portfolio.
lots of photos. So just check my
I'll see if
reels
I
out.
can find them.
Go
Okay.
make sure if you go to a nomadic photographer
Oh,
page,
they're there.
they're there. Yes.
Okay. So we'll do that in just a moment. Let's see. Do we have more? Oh, yes, we will tell Gwendolyn hello. She is on the high seas right now.
Yes, she's on the seas.
Yes. So
She does it every year.
and my good friend Ann Ellis,
Hi, Anne.
who I've known since the pandemic because we were on Clubhouse in Dryer Buzz's room in the morning. How are you, Ann? Wonderful to see you. Let's see. Oh, how cool is this name? Angry Otter Reacts. I love that.
I love the cartoon too. I love it.
I love that. Listen, so a lot of us are angry otters these days. But thank you for being here, Angry Otter. That is
Love it.
amazing. Let's see. Oh, wow. So Stefan says, hearing my voice and feeling the spirit always lifts you. Oh, good. Ron, your smile does the same. Much love to you both and keep smiling. Oh, love you so much, Stefan. You are amazing. Amazing.
See, I almost burst out into song. Keep smiling.
Oh, boy.
Don't you know you can? Anyway, always
Words are
count
knowing
on
you.
me.
See, you always mess up the words. Knowing you can always count on me for sure. That's what friends are for.
That's what friends are for.
Oh my gosh.
Don't let me butcher the song. I better not butcher that song. That's
You
one of my
already
favorite
have.
songs.
Thank you. Anyway, Kimmy says you didn't know that. I think talking about malaria, and Stefan says, sorry, he's a big trail guy myself. Never wear shorts on hikes, always long socks, something wrapped around my neck, and always have a hat on. Absolutely.
There you go. You see, always have a hat. I think that's what
Kimmy
yeah.
says you got him started. It wasn't Ty. He just hears song and music and everything.
Yeah, Kimmy's
Everything.
like, Ron, somebody said last night when we had our gathering, they're like, now Ron, just sing a song.
I know, egging him on. And but Divine Right says you should stick to photography.
That's why I'm a
Oh,
photographer,
goodness.
I am not a singer. I am a photographer.
As long as you know, sir.
I sing solo that no one can hear.
As long as you know. Let's talk a little bit about last night and what happened last night. Would you share with us not just what happened last night, but your feelings about it?
Oh my gosh. So my wonderful partner in crime, if you've seen Touch Base Daily on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Friday, Chris is my partner in crime on especially on Thursdays and Fridays. And so he says, Ron, he said, would you like to be, I have a panel discussion coming on, and would you like to be a part of the panel discussion? And I said, sure. He said, also make sure we're going to have like dress casual and just, so he's now, he's giving me what to wear and everything. And I said, okay. So now I'm excited because I'm like, oh, I'm going to join Chris' panel discussion. And I told my family here, I said, isn't that weird that they would pick me to do something about Christianity? Because I'm a cynical person. I said I'm the most cynical Christian there is probably. And but I said, okay, but I'm gonna be on this panel discussion. They're gonna just get the raw Ron, just as I express whatever the conversation will be. So next thing you know, I come up to where I am here in my little studio area, and Chris and I are getting set up and everything. We had some sound difficulties, it appeared. And he says, wait a minute. He said, how about this? We both sign off and then we sign back on. So then while I sign off, Adrian he says, come on downstairs. Come on downstairs. I got something to show you. And I was like, wait a minute. But then I said, okay, maybe I can get away from the computer, but I'll hold on. And I go downstairs and there they were, all of them on a big screen. With all these signs screaming, I love you, Ron. I love you, Ron. And I was so overwhelmed with emotion. I had to kind of like regroup. I was like,
no, you held it
I
together.
held it.
You held it together.
I was like, held it together. I was like, where's my masking tape? Where's my duct tape to hold myself together? I mean, literally, I was ready to. I was just overwhelmed. First of all, I am usually good with picking up on surprises. It's very hard to surprise me, but this time they got me good, and it was so good to see so many people that in our community that you only see them by their Addy, and then to see them, their face, and to see them on the screen, and it was on Zoom. And we had the greatest time. And then each one of them shared why they are part of our community and what I meant to them. And I was overwhelmed with emotion. So and then Dr. Tachi, she orchestrated this beautiful video. And I was like, oh my God, because it takes the stills and then moves the steels into more, it's like they're coming alive, and you're moving from one state to another state of who you are. And I was like, this is so beautiful. And so it was during that time, and then the nerve of them all to have interviews and had people come on one by one in the videos sharing why and what I meant to them, and wishing me the best on this new nomadic journey. And so while the video was going on, Adrian grabbed the tissues and said, here, you're gonna need these. And I was like, because one of my close friends, she's like a little sister to me, Winter, got all emotional and chucked, and I was like, Winter, I went you so much, Winter. Please, Winter, don't do this to me. And we just had such a time of bonding. And like I said, Touch Base Daily I always say, is a safe space. I believe in creating safe spaces for my friends, for the people in my life. When they're with me, it is a safe space. I believe in that. Tell me what you need to tell me. Share with you what you need to share. It's our safe space. And I feel the same way about our Touch Base Daily community, that they can come in and share their thoughts, and no judgment. No one's going to rip into them about whatever they think, whether they are on the opposite side of what's happening or in the inside of what's happening. But this is a safe space. And so everyone is really sharing their reasons why they come to Touch Base Daily every day, because we do it every day, 11 o'clock.
Every day.
On YouTube, and I do it there. And it started out as for selfish reasons. And now it's blessing so many people. And I am a believer of also service. I think the greatest task in life is to serve others, serve people. And if you can serve people, you there's nothing greater. Parents serve their children. Service is the best thing in life to do. And so I started Touch Base Daily, going on now. Oh gosh, it was right after COVID. And I realized I was getting older, and I said, "Wait a minute! If I fell and bumped my head, no one would know about it. So I need to pop online every day with my friends to let them know I'm alive." And that's how we ended up with. That's why it was called Touch Base Daily, because literally every day I would get online with my friends and touch base, let them know I'm alive. That was the whole point. To get, and it was Chris, BJ, Gwendolyn, and who else? It was and so a couple, and Omar, and we will all get on and just kind of let everyone know we're okay. We're okay. We just wanted to just touch base with each other, especially after coming out of COVID. And so we just realized the importance of that, just touching base every day.
Touching
So
base.
then it grew, and then it sounded like a good sound bite to just have it called Touch Base Daily. So we just did Touch Base Daily. The next thing you know, people were on. We were on Instagram only at that time, and before you knew it, you had people from Indonesia, from India. We have Rambo, Rambo is from India. He's on, and we started seeing people from different parts of the country just kind of like filter into our conversation, because we would just be on Instagram just talking like we just talk. And people would just pop in and just share and text, and before we knew it, then other people would come in, then they would stay, and another person would join the community. And then I was like, maybe there's something to this. Maybe people need this.
There is something to it.
And we did it. And then I said, well, you know what? We need some structure now. I think we need a little structure. And then like gave each day. Monday was Motivation Monday. Tuesday was Tip Tuesday. Wednesdays is Wisdom Wednesdays, when I used to interview people. And Thursday was Trend Watch Thursday. And then Friday was Focus Friday, where we focus on accounts that inspire, encourage, and inform. And it's just amazing how it just evolved. And then my buddy Chris, my partner in crime, and Gwendolyn, they were like, "You need to take your show onto YouTube." And I was like, "Nah, not me. I can't do YouTube." Oh my, no. And then I did. I went out. I took a step of faith. I took a leap of faith, and said, "Okay, if you guys are going to help me along with this, I can do it." And they did. And now we've been on YouTube now for 2.5 years.
Yes.
I think it's 2 years. It'll be 2.5. It'll be 3 years come February.
Okay.
So it's really, so it's been amazing. And now we have people from CQ family and people from all over have now joined. And so it has been an amazing journey. And so last night meant the world to me, because something out of such a simple thought of just being there to just connect with your friends turned out to build new friendships. And I have a whole lot new friends, and I love my new friends.
Oh, well, we love you, even though I'm an old friend. But
now you're an old friend now, right?
I'm chopped liver now. Let's take some comments. The Blessed MBA is loving that, definitely. Divine Right says, last night was so great. It was. He says, oh, real friend. Absolutely. Don't let anybody say that you cannot make real friendships online. You absolutely can. You just have to, be sure who's who, but you can make some good friendships online.
Yes.
Kim Kimmy, who was the leader of the charge, she was really responsible for putting together last night. Thank you again. She's putting up the celebratory horns. And Carlos Phoenix is here.
Hello,
What's up,
Carlos?
Says, good morning,
Mr. Phoenix.
You, Carlos Phoenix has the most awesome name. I love
I
it.
love that name. I was just gonna say that. I was like, that's a great name.
And I've known Carlos since Blab days. We met on Blab, so that had to have been 2016.
Wow.
I've known Carlos for a while, And amen to servanthood. Yes, yes, yes. Touch Base Daily. Is it on YouTube? Yes, sir. Daily.
Daily under
As the
Ron
name
Lewis
says.
photos. Or you can just go to Google. If you go to Google and put in Touch Base Daily, it automatically pops up.
So you can watch it. We're there every day at 11, and we replay it on Indie Soup Media at 4 p.m. daily. So you can catch it if you miss it on, live on his channel. You could come to Indie Soup Media and watch it. Watch the replay live.
Yes.
Fantastic. And let's see, who else do we have? And Kimmy says, and the fact that you do different topics is very engaging.
Thank you, Kimmy Kim.
So let's take a look at, we have a little bit of time left because I want to keep it to an hour to respect use guys' time, as they like to say. Use guys' time. That's a New York State thing. Use. Where you's going.
Use time.
I remember I went home one time and we went to the mall and I forgot how long I had been away from New York State, because we went into the mall and when the salesperson said, "How you's doing?" I was like, in my head, I was like, "We fine." I'm like, I missed that. How you's doing?
How you's doing?
Yeah.
That's almost like Wendy's Williams, like, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Oh, goodness. So I'm going to show you. Last night, we all, as Ron said, we all had signs that we held up. Well, because my job was to edit, I had no time to even sit down and make a sign. I said, I don't have time for this. But what I did was I made an electronic sign, which to me worked out well. So I did this sign, to Sir Ron with love, because To Sir with Love with Sidney Poitier is one of my favorite movies. And he is our sir. He is the one that has led us into so many different ways of thinking, so many different streams of knowledge. So he is our sir. He is our Sidney Poitier. So that's why we did last night, To Sir with Love. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you, were talking about what I did. See, I'm excited about what I'm doing, learning in AI filmmaking and blending it with the filmmaking that I already do. So I'm going to show you what I did.
We lost her for just a moment. She'll be back. She will be back. So
sorry.
We'll hang. Oh, there she is. There she is. She just pressed the wrong button, y'all.
No, you know what I did? Because this is so sensitive that if you swipe, it goes back to the last website you were on, which is right before this.
Okay, I've been there. Yes, I've been there.
So
I've been there many times.
Yeah, I'm like, I usually don't do this while I'm live, but yeah, that's what happened this time. So let's take a look. Let's carefully
swipe.
Carefully. So here we go. This is not the whole video. It's just the thing that I made for Ron. Here we go.
So that is so good. I want it on my talk show.
Okay, so let me know if you want that for your thing. I'll make it for you.
That was so good. I was like, look at this, so cool. It was so cool.
So that concept is
called. Do it one more time.
You want to see it one more time?
One more time. See it again?
Take it to the video. One more time for Sir Ron. Here we go.
That is priceless.
Well, it's yours, so it's coming to you. So, guys, that concept is called keyframes. So basically, you could take still images and you are writing camera directions as if. So what's helpful is that I'm actually a director. So I understand where I want the camera to go. You write it as if you're that's what the camera is going to do. And that's what you do. So when you prompt, you're basically writing camera directions, what you want, everything you want to see. So what we call that in film is the mise en scène, the look of the scene. Everything you want to see in the scene is what you write in your prompt.
Wow.
So that plus the interviews plus all of that. So this entire thing was the entire
Amazing.
film. I used about 7 different platforms for what you, not this, but the entire thing. This one right here was 2 different platforms I did, and I edited it together. That's hard to say. Edited. I edited it because the it after together. So yes, I'm trying to get better and better and better with AI filmmaking and
so
just
good
filmmaking
though.
in general. Yeah.
I was impressed. I was like, holy moly. I was like, stop the presses.
So if you can understand why I didn't have time to make your sign, I'm like, it's just going to be digital.
That was good enough. I mean, you put your foot into that video. I was like, this is beautiful.
And we didn't really have a lot of time to do it. So there are a lot of things in it that I'm like, I want to. So I think I may work on that for you, or I may
play with it, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I want that to be my opening. I was like, oh, this looks so good.
Okay, well, let's talk because I have to take off some of the things that are specific for that. So we'll make that your opening. We'll just make a whole opening for you.
Ooh,
so let's take some comments. Here we go. Oh, awesome show. This show? Thank you. Let's see. Oh, and thank you for saying that it was awesome. Ron looks so professional holding the cam. He should use that in the future. Market it as it's his now. He could do whatever the hell he likes with it. Oh, Tanya says, wow, great look. Absolutely. Oh, thank you.
Hey, this Tanya. What's going on, Tanya?
Yes.
So good to see you, Tanya.
Yes. And Ron, everybo's agreeing, Ron, that is your new intro for TBD. We could do that. We could absolutely do that. Let's see. Okay, crowns. Thank you. Oh, and Divine Right says they have signs on the highways that say "Welcome to Queens" or Brooklyn. Forget about it.
It's true. It's true. Forget about it.
Oh, and D, I didn't know you were Philly born and raised plus New York family. Exactly.
Nice.
Or use guys. Come on. Anyway, let's see.
We talk like folks from Philly.
Oh, thank you. Listen, if I don't know anything else, I know how to edit the hell out of something.
Yes.
I know I can edit. I know I can shoot, and I know I can edit.
You did. That was beautiful. I was like, I just sat there last night like, wow.
Well, good. I'm glad that was the intent. Because if people were like, then I would not have succeeded.
Oh, well done. So well done.
Oh, goodness. What is it called again? Which AI platform? Okay, so there are so many. So let me tell you guys, the one that I use for what you saw, Midjourney. But there are a lot of others. There are a lot of others. So I used to create just that little piece, Midjourney, which is an AI platform, and FlexClip, which is not an AI. Well, no, they do have AI parts to it. Now, it was primarily editing, but it is so FlexClip and Midjourney. But there's so many others. And again, because this was something that had to be put together quickly, I didn't have the time to do some of the other things that I wanted to do. So I said, you know what, this will have to be sufficient for now. But then, so those are 2. But then I also used Adobe Premiere, which is the editor that I always use. I also used Midjourney to create the keyframes for the video, but also Midjourney to create some images. I did use Canva as well because it's quick. So there are about 6 or 7 different platforms I used to create the whole video together was 10 minutes. So, yeah.
And the interviews were incredible. I was like, wow, this is just...
They did so well. They did so well. And like I said, I'm going to send you the entirety of all of the interviews.
And we're just gonna put it on the YouTube platform, on our YouTube platform, and then we have all the credits to Dr. Tachi and all that stuff. That's gonna be beautiful.
Okay, you do what you like, but I'm just sending you the raw interviews, and you can do what
I'm gonna put
like
you to work.
there.
I mean, you got another job. You're not just a college professor, boy. You could do. Man, you will always be in work because people need that kind of footage for openings and platforms and shows, and
I
think you're on tapping into something. Well, you are always a groundbreaker, and you see what's coming. Like you did it Indie Soup Media, and now everyone is starting to do their own platforms and creating their platforms, and not only just doing themselves as individuals, but they are including other people into their platforms. And so look, I see another leg of your creativity.
Yeah, no, I'm really trying to do that. So, with the I produce a show for Gary. You guys know Gary from Indie Soup, Gary Lanham.
Mm-hmm.
He's my client, and it's called Tuesdays with Gary. So it's a show about real estate, and like short segments, and we've been doing that for 8 years now. Wow. So yeah,
8 years.
8 years. I've been working with Gary for 8 years. And we've been shooting Tuesdays with Gary for 8 years. So it's a weekly show that's every week, Tuesdays with Gary. So I do all the shooting for him.
Wow.
I shoot and edit everything. So that's why even though I didn't have time to do what I wanted, I knew I could do what I needed to do quickly because I edit every week for Gary. So that's another thing.
Love it.
When it comes to editing, it's just the more you do it, the quicker you become with it.
Wow. Well,
so all of you that are looking to do that, do it. Get into it. It's good. I know that now what I don't, the only person I will lug stuff around for is Gary. So I have equipment, but I'm not coming to you to do it unless you're Gary. But
you gotta go rent your equipment and call Dr. Tachi.
Exactly. You can rent it and maybe I'll come. But for me to leave my house, maybe I'll come. But
they have pay your airfare. They pay your airfare, and then you can do like the rest of us do. They pay your way there. Then you stay near that city or town and enjoy for a couple of days. And since they're gonna pay your way back home, then you get on the plane and come back home.
Do you see my face? That does not appeal to me at all. I spent so much time doing that now it's like, all right, I will do for certain people. I will do it. If somebody wants me to do it, you are going to pay through the nose.
Yes, I hear. That's what I say all the time.
But I enjoy distance. So all the interviews you saw, obviously I don't have control over people's cameras, but all of that was done at a distance. So I love distance production, virtual production. I do very well. So
I love it. So, I'm gonna have to interview you another day on just your path of editing.
Sure. Absolutely. And you know what? I actually was going to record some videos on simple things you could do with Premiere. I think a lot of people are intimidated by editing programs because they don't know what to do. And it's really not that difficult. So their thing, like I'm discovering things about Premiere all the time. I started off as a Final Cut girl, but Final Cut was acting funny with my old machine and saying, you have to buy another one. Not today, Satan. I'm going to Premiere. And so here's the thing. Final Cut, I would have been entrenched in that world for years, but it wasn't that different from Premiere. And I don't like to read directions. So I was like, is it the same keystroke? Fine, I'm good. All I had to do was play around and I got it straight away.
And that's a good segue to tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a special guest coming on Touch Base Daily.
Yes.
And she works, she's a subcontractor for Adobe. And so she travels around the country sharing products that Adobe makes, like Lightroom Classic, and Photoshop. So she'll be on our show tomorrow. The whole show is hers. So it's our Tip Tuesday. Tip Tuesday is when we usually share about photography.
Yes.
And so she's going to be sharing about how to use Lightroom Classic, and Photoshop. And this is Lavon Hall. She'll be with us tomorrow. So check us out tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock and go to Touch Base Daily. And it's going to be a great show because she is so smart when it comes to Adobe. Now I'm like, Now I want her to do Adobe Premiere.
Yeah. I
After.
don't know. You guys, let me know if you'd be interested in some sort of tutorial
I
on
love
Adobe
them.
Premiere.
Tip
I think,
Tuesdays.
yeah, I think there's so much that you can do with Premiere, and you don't have to do. Listen, most people who do filmmaking and do videos are doing very simple things. To be honest, it just looks complicated, but it's very simple. Transitions are
Mm,
mostly cuts, cross dissolves, fade in, fade out.
I want to
And
know. So we're gonna
so
have you
yeah,
on. We're having you
okay.
on January to do tips to do Adobe Premiere.
Adobe Premiere. Okay, we'll do that. So check that out, folks. Let's take some last comments before I let you go. Thank you, Kim Kimmy, for saying that. Imagine if you, yeah, if I had more time, I would have Spike Lead it up. I'm telling you. And Kim Kimmy says, I've noticed lately so many IG creators are coming over to YouTube because you can't make money off of IG. Now, let me not say that. Certain people can make money off of IG. And here's the thing, when it comes to video, Instagram is not
It's
interested
horrible.
in
Horrible.
video. You can tell what their mind is on by the features they support. Your
Yes.
live could just be glitching and nobody will do anything. There's nobody to call.
No one
They don't
cares.
care.
No one cares.
YouTube is video first. They have
Yes.
always been video first, and that's where their bread and butter lies. So they are going to make sure. I mean, the CEO of YouTube, what they announced like 30 new features at the
Yes.
last thing. They're interested in that. So if you're video first or very interested in video, definitely YouTube, in my opinion, anyway.
And the church say amen to that.
Amen. Fifi is here. We didn't say
Hey,
hello. Hello,
Fifi.
Fifi.
What's up,
How are
Fifi?
you? I'm not lugging a damn thing. Exactly. Not schlepping anything.
No
So
lugging
let's
is
see.
included.
Hey, listen, it's about to be 2026. We're not playing that game of exposure anymore. I'm
no more.
exposed. Okay.
I love it.
Let's see. I would love that for that to be a Tip Tuesday. Okay, absolutely, absolutely. And the Blessed MBA says very interested in that. And Felicia says Instagram is cutting real engagement daily. They don't care.
They don't care.
None of these people are our friends. Let's just be honest about that.
Exactly. None of them are friends.
None of them care.
And I think about it. I mean, I love YouTube, and at YouTube is probably you get more bang for the buck. Literally, I mean, I do make a couple of dollars here and there on YouTube, and but it's definitely geared for video, and you really make it what you want to make it on YouTube. But on the other platforms, one I don't like TikTok because now it's owned by some people that I don't like. So that's TikTok. But Instagram Instagram has always been a stepchild to Meta, and they bought it to allegedly they bought it to destroy it, and then they realized, oh, maybe we shouldn't destroy it, so maybe we'll just use it to our advantage, because Instagram was tearing the Facebook up back in the day, so they were getting all their attention, all the people, and they treat Instagram like a stepchild. They got rid of the platform from being a photography platform to then became they were trying to be like TikTok. Once you lose your identity, you've lost the game.
Precisely. And so, and they listen. Instagram is part of Facebook,
Meta, right?
Meta, sorry.
World.
And they are, as I call them, the master of none. They do a lot of things, but nothing particularly well.
No, that's not good.
Not
but
at
YouTube, now YouTube does YouTube well, and it's still one of the top search engines in the world.
And on top of that, YouTube content is the most watched content on television sets. People are not even watching television programs anymore.
Yes.
They turn on their TV to watch YouTube. I am one of them.
I am them.
So,
I am them.
I am them, and they are me.
I have my indie soup people. I have the Don Lemons, and I have the Midas Touch, and then I have my girls from I hate what's the word is something that they have, but her name is Jen, and she is what she calls Trump cankles and all this stuff. I've had it. That's right. I've had it platform, and they're so good at what they do. So I watch. My day is consumed with YouTube on my TV.
Exactly. David says, I just researched you. John Lewis Foster, government name. I will be tuning in, sir. I've also bookmarked your website. Wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
That's
You, Dave.
awesome. D 100% agrees. Oh, B Squad 2 says, do a debate about age verification coming to YouTube. Now this is an interesting thing.
Oh, that's a good topic to talk about.
The whole age verification thing. There's a lot there. We don't even have time to get into today.
Oh, Dr. Tachi on one of our trend watch days.
So, I've been asked, let me know whenever, because I'm already last Friday, this coming Friday, and probably the next Friday, I'm doing the year in media. 2025 in media for the Dr. Vibe show, or for the Morning Vibe. So I'm coming on every Friday for the next 3 Fridays to talk about that, because we started last week and we couldn't finish. So because there was
Dr. Vibe
much
show is always amazing. His whole platform.
Always amazing. Always amazing. Felicia says that age verification is a trap. Well, yeah. And here we go. She also says, I love YouTube, movies, podcasts, and music. The one subscription I never tire of. Okay. Are you subscribed to YouTube TV? Let me know. And let's see. The curators of YouTube are making money big time. Listen, they're not suffering. No, they're not suffering.
If you can get your followers up, I'm trying to cross the 1,000 mark, y'all. I'm trying to get there.
No, you're going to get there, because then that lets you be eligible. It makes you eligible for some certain other things. But let me just say this to folks. YouTube monetization should not be the only strategy. It can be a strategy, but you probably are not going to make a bank like people think you are initially. And most people, a lot of the people that are YouTubers that you see that are making money is not because they're getting paid by YouTube. Part of it is, but they've also got other things going on. Remember, you got to have
many pots on the you got to have many pots on the eyes of the stove.
Yes. Remember that whole influencer event that I was just invited to?
Yep.
That's her own sunglass line. So in any case, Ron, this was amazing. Thank you for being the first guest on
our SCOPEMAS.
Yes. MediaScope, SCOPEMAS. So folks, we are here all week at 6 o'clock, except Friday. We'll probably do we'll do regular 8:15 time, but who knows? Maybe I'll do it a little early, but probably about 8:15 we will be on Friday. This is also the last week of Indie Soup, so get your live programming, fix in now. So before we go on, when do we come back? I think it's March 2nd. I have to look and see, but it's that first week of March. We will be back for the spring season. So stay tuned for that. And we have some new people joining us in the spring season.
Yeah, some really good people too.
And we have some great people that joined us this season as well. So we're going to be a full house next season, and I can't wait. I am excited. More exciting things to come. And thank you, Ron, for being on here. You're absolutely amazing. No, you.
Thank you. You.
All right, guys. So we are going to let you get some dinner. It's about 7:30 right now. We went a little bit over. We gave you 18 minutes extra. So, but it was a great 18 minutes extra. And I hope you enjoyed. So I'm going to end the way I end every MediaScope. I love you for watching. I bid you adieu. You guys, myself, and the entire MediaScope Massive. How about we exit stage left? So until tomorrow at 6 p.m., cheers.
Bye.
Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities. Here we offer you. We gon' show you on your way. The content it never strays. We're positive and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. Let's hear it from fake.